Hey guys, Nintendo showed off their new Nintendo Switch. Now, I know many thought it was going to be the rumored Switch Pro that could do 1080p 60 FPS with 4K upscaling when docked, and have an OLED screen. Well, some of the rumors were true while others weren't, so let's get the rundown on the new Switch Pro, or the new Switch OLED. This new Switch is a mid-gen refresh of the Nintendo Switch with an OLED screen, and it will retail for $349 US with a release date of October 8, 2021. When looking at this model, it will be $50 more than the standard model that will still be on sale when this releases. You'll get a 7-inch display this time, well technically, as it's just more screen area display as it has the same dimensions as the standard model, meaning that you'll just have smaller black bars on the screen. They are also upgrading the internal speakers for a clear sound for when you are playing in tabletop or handheld mode. They also changed the stand to be the length of the console than just that flimsy one with the OG model, that little kickstand that they had. The last two kind of upgrades that they have are an increase to the internal storage from 32 to 64 gigs and LAN port for the docking system. On one hand, the only thing this is for are for people who haven't gotten one yet or who are wanting to upgrade from the original one, but even then to advertise it as a better is kind of wrong. Nintendo could have phased out the new original model and have the OLED version take its place and sell for $300 because it's not really an upgrade, but like any company who wants profits, it could be better just to sell it as a premium tier, which it really isn't. You're telling me an OLED screen, 32, not an extra 480 gigs of internal storage and a bigger kickstand is worth the extra price? Unless you plan on using the Switch in docked and mobile mode and need a new Switch to replace your Gen 1 version, you should just stick to the Switch Lite at this point. And let's not forget that these Joy-Cons aren't an updated version. They're the same Joy-Cons that have a habit of getting Joy-Con drift from overuse or barely any use whatsoever. So keep that in mind when you want a new Switch and you want to try and get the OLED version, but they're not changing the Joy-Cons. They're the same Joy-Cons that suffer from Joy-Con drift, just basically a new coat of paint at that. In the comments below, do you think the OLED model, and yes, that's what it's called, the Nintendo Switch OLED model, is it fairly priced, or is Nintendo trying to nickel and dime people for minimal upgrades? Stay safe guys, and I'll see you on the next one.
Hey gamers! Don't forget to sub to the channel and follow us on Twitter.
Be like you now.